before we hit Dexter Newblood, there's a whole bunch of other questions about you and your career that I want to know is true or false. We've got all of these stories that have been written about you or facts on the internet.
Oh, I got one for you, too.
Okay, so this will be great. Celebrity, true or false? Me for Clancy Brown, and apparently one for me in the other direction. Go ahead and hit it. This is our production value with all of it. Here we go.
Celebrity, true or false?
You can't handle the truth.
All right, that's it. That's all we got. That's our production value.
Awesome.
Okay, here we go. First question for you, Clancy Brown. True or false, you originally attended Northwestern, we know that's true, on a track scholarship as a discus thrower, but switched majors to theater arts after 2 seasons. Is that true?
Yes, that's true. Although I wasn't majoring in track, which annoyed my coach, Don Amity. But, yeah.
Especially since you went on a scholarship, right?
Yeah. He told me just, keep the scholarship, just invite him to a show.
Are you serious?
Yeah. He's a great guy. He was a great guy.
How far could you throw a discus?
When I was concentrating and good,
sure.
I think I got up to like 160, touching 170.
Damn.
But, look, man, those guys in the Big Ten are big.
Right.
I mean, I'm sort of big, but they're really big.
So
and they were football players that weren't on football scholarship,
right,
that were the track players. And that's back in the day when steroids were good for you. It was there were prices I was not willing to pay back then.
Oh my gosh! All right, next one up. True or false? You were cast in Highlander at the recommendation of Sting.
That's true too. Yeah. Well, I hear that's true. That story is that they had offered it to Arnold, who said Arnold Schwarzenegger, who had said, I just did a bad guy. I did the Terminator. I'm not interested in playing another bad guy.
Right.
And so Russell Mulcahy, the director, he was from videos, music videos.
Yes.
He was an Australian guy, or New Zealand, I'm not sure which. But he was at some party with, rock and roll party, because that's what they do. And knew Sting, and I had just done The Bride with Sting, and I think he said, well, you should look at this Yank that I worked with. He seemed like a nice guy and a pretty good actor, and he's big, and
And that's how you got into Highlander. That's how you got in the movie Highlander, huh?
Well, that and the fact that I was really not expensive at the time.
So, got to be lucky and inexpensive and good.
Yeah, I was really
that's at the crossroads of lucky, inexpensive, and good. And so, what was Sting like? Did you get to hang with him?
Yeah, he was terrific. He's the nicest guy ever, And Sting and Trudy both, they had us over to their house, and
you've dined with Sting. What do you call him? Do you call him Sting?
You call him Sting. You don't call him Gordon. He's Sting. I mean, that's who he is.
So you just say, "Hey, Sting, can you?"
I
pass
would love
that
to see him. I haven't seen him since. I mean, yeah, he was a very sweet guy. I think he sort of bored with the show after a while, because making movies gets boring sometimes.
Sure.
And so he started working on his solo album, The Dream of Blue Turtles.
Oh, of course.
About halfway through the show. So he was.
I mean, you gave up discus for something else,
Right.
And
that's his bread and butter.
All right. The true or false? Your first acting job after moving to Los Angeles was playing a bad guy in The Dukes of Hazzard.
Right on. Second bad guy. Number 2.
Look at you on the screen right there, man. Look at
there
that.
I am.
Look at that collar.
There's Jeff Joseph.
Look at the stash, man.
Yeah, right.
You were in The Dukes of Hazzard, huh?
Yeah. I was thrilled because the episode was called Too Many Roscoes. And the conceit was that we had found a double for Jim Best, who played the sheriff, which I can't remember the name of, and we were going to replace him. And so I got to sit down with Jim Best, and I started fanboying out on him, and he just was not interested. It was just, thank you, son.
Did you get anywhere close to the General Lee in any way, shape, or form?
Yeah, I think we hijacked it at some point.
Damn.
But I didn't know a lot about the show. Jeff, who was the other guy, he knew what to do.
Okay.
And it was so good that he knew what to do. He jumped into it because you can't open the door.
Right.
Apparently, right. So he jumped in the window. I think I just took Jim Best in the Prius that we had.
So did you still get residual checks from the Dukes of Hazzard to this day? Yes,
probably.
I just got a check. I just got a check from my combined 2 episodes of CSI Miami that I've been in, where I've played announcer and male announcer. I have range, Clancy. I've got range, man. Combined $5.59.
Nice.
Yes.
Hey, that ain't nothing.
It ain't nothing.
It adds up.
Okay, so fantastic. All right, last
We'll
one
have
for
to
you.
get you on SpongeBob.
I
Then you're
appreciate
really raking in the dough.
By the way, I'll go under the sea. Last one for you. True or false? In Bad Boys, Sean Penn asked the other actors to actually spit on you in one scene.
Not on me, on him.
Okay.
I wasn't.
Spit on him.
Yeah, I wasn't at that scene. Yeah. Yeah, he comes in and it's like the fresh fish scene, and he's got his clothes, his gear. He's been through all the intake process, and so he wanted all the kids to spit on him, all the extras to spit on him, and that was fine, I guess. One of the actors, I mean, I didn't know, it was my first movie. I wasn't going to spit on him, but
yes,
one of the actors insisted that everybody brush their teeth and have
before we spit on Sean Penn.
Sean Penn, who really wasn't like the Sean Penn that we know of then. He was on his way there, but
Well, I remember Bad Boys. It was like, wait a minute, Jeff Spicoli's acting seriously.
Right, exactly.
I remember back then that was kind of stunning that the guy who was brilliantly funny in Fast Times is like he is a serious actor.
Yeah, my debut. You know who else's debut?
Who was it?
Alan Ruck.
Huh.
Rucker was in that.
He was.
Yeah.
He came on this show, Alan Ruck, talking about how he was 29 when he shot Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Yeah, and he looks, he's a little older than me, and he looks 20 years younger.
Right.
That's just his curse.
So you and Alan Ruck made the same debut in Bad Boys.
Yeah,
You got a good Sean Penn story? Because I know you've been in other stuff with him.
No, I haven't. That was the only one I've been in. No.
Oh, okay.
What's my Sean Penn story?
If you don't have one, it's
I don't really have a Sean Penn story, except that he was going out with Bruce Springsteen's sister at the time, Pamela, and I laid her into Pamela as a parent. We were both parents at the same elementary school.
That's the way life works, huh?
Right? Isn't it weird?
It is certainly weird. All right, so what's your true or false for me?
Your first job out of college was
the Staten
KRCR?
KRCR TV, yes.
Right. My wife also, first job out of college.
Are you serious?
Wow. Yeah.
No kidding.
Yeah. Right up there in
for
Reading.
TV. So what did she?
Kobe, right?
Yeah, right.
Kobe.
Yes.
And then after you left, they sold.
California, Oregon Broadcasting Incorporated.
Right.
Yeah. What did she do up there?
Did
we work together?
No, she was a little bit before you. She did the slot between Good Morning America and something else. She did Good Morning California.
Wow.
Or AM, whatever it is.
Something
AM
like
California.
that. Yeah, that's.
And she did a lot of this. She did a lot of interviewing people who were supporting actors on TV shows.
Man, it was for me. I'm from New York City, and being up there in Redding, California, where we broadcast to every day in the Redding Chico market, where Aaron Rodgers grew up.
Right.
And just going up in that beautiful part of the North State. It is so beautiful. Yeah. But I was in New York. I'm a New Yorker going up there. It was like northern exposure. It was like walking around, and I'm like panning for gold and fly fishing.
Did you love it, or
I loved it?
Could you not get out of there fast?
No, you know what? I just had a vision about getting to Sports Center as fast as I possibly could.
Right.
But I loved it. Like I said, I went. I went on a houseboat on Lake Shasta, and I drove all over the place up there. And it's closer to Oregon than it is to San Francisco.
Right. Have you been back?
A couple times.
Yeah.
I have, yeah.
And we haven't been back in a while.
Well, you got to go.
Trying to get up there.
Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.